fire, air, water, earth. Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Angelic Fireheart. So today we are going to be doing episode 4 of the House of Bending tutorial series. Today we will be covering Earth. So first off, the main passive for Earthbending is that they do not take fall damage if, and only if, because a lot of people do not understand this, if they land on an earth-bendable block. So that means dirt, grass, stone, sand, gravel, andesite, diorite, granite, sandstone. Any of those, if you land on them, you will not take fall damage. But if you land on leaves, or wood, or cobblestone, or obsidian, or any other non-earth bendable block, then you will take fall damage as normal. So, to start off, we have a really fun move here called Catapult. Oh yeah, these are the first 9 earthbending moves. There's another, 12, I think. I don't know, I lost count. So, I changed my earlier statement about airbending. I was completely wrong. Earthbending has way more moves. I honestly think they have the most now. I think you guys will see that today with how long this video will end up taking. So let's get started with Catapult. After I eat some bread here. Yeah, and as you can tell, I was farming earlier. So first off, we have Catapult. Now this ability must be used on an earthbendable block, so let's just make sure that we are on grass. Hey, lightning. Okay. So to use this one, you look wherever you are wanting to go, whatever direction, and you just left click. It has to be up in the air though. And there we go. See, you launch up, air gets launched from underneath you. Let's try that again. See if you guys can watch it. Oh, looks like lightning got launched that time. Not working right now. Why isn't it working? There we go. See, that is Catapult. Let's do that one more time. There we go. That one is a lot of fun. So next off we have a move called Collapse. This one is used mainly if you're mining, or if you've used raise earth, or if there's some giant outcrop of earth that you want to be getting rid of. I'm going to see if there's anywhere I can use this. I don't think I can. So actually I will come back to Collapse. Be warned, it is mainly a utility move. Can be used as defensive if you're facing another earthbender and they keep on raising up walls of earth, then you can use this to take them down. But we have to do that after we do Earth Pillar later. So, next up we have Earth Armor. Now, this one is a lot of fun. It's a lot like Plant Armor, only instead of getting oak leaves for a helmet, you actually get a leather helmet, which can give you a little bit more armor. So you just have to left-click any earth-bendable block. It flies at you. As you see, you get 3.5 units of armor. Then you get Resistance 2, and that lasts for about 14 seconds, I believe. Maybe 15. And as you can tell, it has a bit of a cooldown. That is Earth Armor. It is very, very useful if you are under attack. Although be warned, whenever the Earth Armor actually flies at you, you'll see this again, it didn't work that time. Although you do typically take a little bit of damage whenever the Earth Armor actually hits you. Okay, next up we have Earth Blast. So Earth Blast is a lot of fun. You just have to shift click on any earthbendable block. It'll normally transform. As you see right now, we're turning grass into stone. Then you just left click in whatever direction you want to go. Now, like water manipulation, it will actually follow your cursor if you continue to left click. As you see, I'm not left clicking, it doesn't follow. Left clicking, it follows. Also, it does have a bit of a tracking sensation where it will actually track your enemy if it is allowed to when they are not jumping up and down cliffs. It does deal quite a bit of damage. It's a very, very good move. And now next up we have Earth Grab, and I'm currently trying to figure out just where we are in relation to lightning. I think he's back this direction. Yes, here he is. I kind of left him in order to show Catapult. Now this one's a lot of fun. Where is he? He should be over here somewhere. Okay. He told me that he is right in front of me, but apparently he's not on our screen. Yep, there he is. I don't know why he's invisible to me. He is going to log back in now. Let's see if that fixes anything. Yep, there we go. Okay, now I can show you guys Collapse. So with Collapse, if there is any earth that is raised, you just have to left-click on it, and it will actually lower itself back down, see? Or you can shift-click, and it'll just do an area of effect. So I'll show you that again. Now, Earth Grab. If you have an enemy, you just left-click at them, and it will surround them in earth, Very, very good if you are chasing after someone and they are trying their best to run away. Just use Earth Grab. Poof! You got them. So once again, Collapse. You can left click and it will just lower down one single column of Earth, or you can shift click, where you just tap shift once and it will lower them down in an area around you. Once again, Earth Grab. Use it on the enemy. Collapse. Area of effect. Okay, next up we have a fun move called Earth Kick. Now this one can be used for both defensive and defensive. To use it, all you have to do is just simply shift click while looking at one of the blocks in front of you, and you kind of kick up a whole bunch of dirt. Now this also works with sand, so I will show you guys that. It works with all earthbendable blocks, as you can tell. So does Earth Blast, just turns the sand into sandstone. Catapult works with sand too, see, because it's earthbendable. Okay, so up next we have a move called Earthline. Now this one is a lot of fun. So with Earthline, what you do is you shift click a target block, and then you just left click in whatever direction you want to launch it. So I can launch in any direction, and this line actually will go. It does curve after your cursor, if I remember correctly. Why isn't it curving? It's supposed to curve. Who knows? It's curved for me before. Either way, so shift click a source block, and then just click in whatever direction you want to go, and it will do quite a bit of damage. Okay, up next we have a move called Earth Pillar. This one is interesting. So pretty much you look at a block, or you don't even have to be looking. Or yeah, you do. Why isn't it working? So you look at the block in front of you, and you will just summon up a pillar of earth. And then you can either shift click that pillar again to get it to lower back down. Why isn't that lowering? There we go. So this is pretty much all that this move does. It's sort of like Raise Earth that I will show you guys later, only it's a lot smaller. And then you can also shift click with Collapse, of course, to lower them back down. I'll just place that like that for now. Up next we have Earth Shard. So this one is a lot of fun. You shift click a target source block, and then you can launch it at your enemies. Now it can also be used to where you can bring up multiple blocks, and then you will launch them all at your enemy to increase the amount of damage that it deals. I think 3 blocks is the maximum you can get. Yes, it is 3. There we go. Okay, so I will be right back in just a minute with the next 9 earthbendable moves. I think I might actually be dabbling in a bit of the lava bending. Note there is 1 normal earthbending move, 1 metal bending move, and 1 lava bending move that are for donators only, but I will show you guys what those 3 are whenever we get to. Okay guys, we are back. So I was wrong before. You can actually have all the lava bending moves without being a donator. However, what I was incorrect about, there are actually 2 metal bending moves that you cannot have, and 1 earth bending move. So you can't have all the lava bending moves. So after this, I will be doing lava bending and metal bending, and then I will be doing combos as well as the donator only moves. So to start off, we have this move called Earth Surf. Okay, now Earth Surf here reminds me a little bit of Surge. So this one is a lot of fun. What you do is you have to be going above the ground. You're just a little bit above the earthbendable block, and then you left click, and all of a sudden this wave of earth is just what is pushing you. And no, it does not last forever, although it is a lot of fun to get around. And here's a fun part. If you have an enemy or just a mob that you pick up, they will actually get brought along in the wave with you. Let's see if we can get that to work out. Lightning. Let's see if he will come over here in front of us. He said he's on his way. Okay. Stay there. Stay, because I'm not too good at aiming this. That did not work. There we go. Did that move him at all? I don't know. Let's make it where we can see backwards. It's not affecting him at all. This is interesting. Okay, let's try it on a normal mob like a bunny. Didn't we see some bunnies over here earlier? Let's see if we can find ourselves a bunny. Okay, so we found ourselves a baby bunny. So let's retry this. It did not get brought with us. Let's try it again on these 2 bunnies. And these donkeys. Well, that is weird. Maybe that part is just glitching out right now. Okay, well next up we have a move called Earth Tunnel. This one is strictly a utility, so in order to use it, you must be looking at a earthbendable block and shift. You just start creating this giant tunnel. Now, be warned, I do believe that it will actually drop ores, or that it will not drop ores. Now, it will not destroy them. However, you must wait for the earth to kind of reset, so that way it can bring back the ores. As you guys can see, it just keeps on going down, and it will go until it hits a non-earthbendable block, such as bedrock or obsidian. So, enough of that. Let's get back up. We can actually, let's use Catapult. Yes, I do still have Catapult, because I need it to help me show a move later. Let's try that again. It's not wanting to work. Okay, well, let's just use our airbending super jump then. Let's munch, munch, munch. So next up, we have a move called Mud Surge. And yes, it does use mud, really just brown clay. So this was a little bit interesting. So you shift click, and as you see, just brown clay appears, and then you click. And you launch mud. And if I remember correctly, it does blind the target. Where is lightning? We must test this. Lightning, you want to be blinded. Okay, it does not blind them. Lightning, for some reason, has turned invisible again. Let's see if we can find his particle effects again, because I remember last time that we did. Okay, we can't. So raise earth is like collapse. You can left click on a single block to make one column raise, or you can use shift click, and you'll just make a giant wall of earth rise up. A lot of fun. Now next we have Shockwave. This one's sort of like Air Burst. You hold down shift until these particle effects will appear. Then you release it, and ta-da, you send out a Shockwave of earth. And just like Air Burst, found lightning. Looks like Shockwave brought him back. You can left click and it'll send out just a very small cone. Now this one will do a lot of damage and also push back your enemies. And you must be on an earthbendable block, I'm pretty sure. Lightning said that he needed some food, so let's wait for him to get back up here so that I can bring him back. Oh, he's going the wrong direction. Let's go ahead and let's get our food ready for him. There he is. Okay. There you go. Oh, it's behind you. Okay, so we will let him heal up. Now, the other fun part about Shockwave is, like Air Burst, if you are falling from a great enough height, it will actually come preloaded. So that's why you use Catapult. You launch yourself up, and then whenever you land, you already are on Shockwave. Let's try that one last time. That did not work because I landed on top of the block I catapulted off of. My bad. There we go. Simple and a lot of fun. Okay, so up next is Tremor Sense. As you guys can see, our passive of Tremor Sense is already activated. If you are in a low light area, then Tremor Sense will automatically come on with Glowstone if you are on an earthbendable block. The fun part, however, is that if you left click on blocks and there is air underneath it, then smoke will appear. So it's very good for if you're mining and you want to see, am I next to lava or something like that. It's very, very good and useful. Maybe you're in a cave and you're trying to see if there's anything else beneath you because you reached a dead end. All you have to do is just left click. Okay, I will see you guys in just a minute for lava bending and metal bending. Okay guys, and welcome back. So we're about to do some lava bending. I thought about doing the metal bending, however, it would be a lot easier to do that back up on the surface with a giant source of metal around us. So just keep waiting for that. So, first off is lava flow. Now, if you left click on lava, you will actually turn it into stone. Now, in reverse, if you left click on an earthbendable block, such as this stone here, you will turn it into lava. So, it does work in reverse. Now, let's see if I can navigate back over here to our spot. Okay, next is lava disc. So, you shift click a lava source block. Let's try this again, because it's having a very long cooldown. So, you hold down shift, and you will select this little tiny source of lava, and then if you release it, it will then launch that ring of lava. So, hold down shift. Oh, it's not going to work. Okay, so we'll try lava throw then. So, shift click a source block, and then you just left click in whatever direction. So we'll try lava disc again. Hold down shift, and this ring of lava will lift up. It's right in front of you, and then you just left click, and poof, you release shift, and poof, it goes. Now, lava throw, you shift click the source block, and you just left click. Lava disc. Hold down shift, release shift. That's how you do it. Lava throw. Hit shift, left click. A little bit different. Okay, now we will be going back up to the surface for some metal bending. I'll see you guys in just a bit. Okay, guys, now we are back up on the surface. Now, just for a quick recap, all you have to do is just left click earthbendable blocks, and they will turn into lava. Left click lava, it'll turn back into an earthbendable block, typically stone. Also, the other part that I could not show you guys when you were down in the cavern is because of how cramped it was. Hold down shift when you have lava flow selected and the area around you will turn into lava. Tap shift again to turn it back to earth. Again, hold down shift with lava flow, or lava disc, and this ring will appear. Release shift and it will launch it. These two, lava disc and lava flow, you do not need to be nearby lava at all. Lava throw, however, you do need it. Now we're about to get into some normal fun metal bending, but we need some equipment from Lightning first. I guess he's looking at the moon to see what time it is. A fancy iron chest plate. Ooh. Ah, I know, right? Awesome. Okay, so now we are back with the metal bending portion. What you need for this is a lot of metal source blocks, so particularly iron because it's a lot cheaper than gold. Also, you need an iron chest plate for the metal hook ability. So to start off, we will be using magnet shield. All you have to do for this is hold down shift. Now, as you guys will see here in just a second, Lightning will be launching iron ingots at us using his ability, and they get bounced right off. Now let's try that again without us using magnet shield. He missed his source block. As you guys can tell, now we are getting hits. Although now that we have magnet shield again, they are deflected. So again, all you have to do for magnet shield is just hold down shift. So, next off we have metal hook. Now in order to do this, you need an iron chest plate. I repeat, you need an iron chest plate. So to do this, all you have to do is just left click while wearing the iron chest plate and you will launch out this chain. Then hit left click again and you will be pulled towards the chain. It's a very good way for scaling the sides of walls or buildings. Also, if you left click and then hold shift, you will be held in place. So if I was, say, going to be, pardon my hiccup there, launch at this wall, I could hold down shift and that way I'd be held in place once I get there. It can also be used to be stuck towards roofs. However, there are currently no roofs nearby for us to be checking out. Or actually, let's check it out on one of these. So that kind of glitched out. Okay. As you guys can see, if you are holding down shift after you reel yourself in, keep on holding shift and you will actually hang. Release shift and you will fall. Once again, let's try this over here on a taller tree so I can show it a little bit better. Actually, this would be good for me to use on the ravine. So, as you can see, what you do is you just left click, launch, and then if you hold down shift, you will actually be held in place once you arrive at your destination. Release shift, you fall. Once again, hold down shift. That time it didn't work. Okay, let's try this again. So as you guys can see, you can kind of pull off a little bit of a Spider-Man effect here. When you actually can land at the blocks you were targeting. But still, it is a lot of fun to use this ability. Now, next up, we will be having metal fragments. Let's use metal hook, actually, to get back up out of here. There we go, and that's how you can use it to scale against a wall. Here we go. And now we are back up top. So let's run over here for metal fragments. So for metal fragments, you just have to select a metal source block. And as you guys can tell, you can actually pick multiple metal source blocks, which is very useful. I think you can use 3 at the maximum. Then all you have to do is just left click, and you will actually just launch out whatever iron or whatever ingots is from this block. So since you're using iron blocks, it is iron ingots. If you're using gold, it would be gold ingots. They deal quite a bit of damage, and it is a very good ability for that. Now, next up, we have Metal Shred. This one is definitely difficult. Okay, so the next move that we have is Metal Shred. Now this one's a lot more difficult, so if you do not get it at first, do not be upset with yourself. It is okay. So you need a flat metal surface for this. Once again, I would personally be using iron blocks just because they're a lot easier to get than gold blocks. Now, what you do is you just shift click at the iron wall, and then as you run along it, it will actually coil up the metal, and then you can left click in any direction and it will actually release some of the metal. Let's try this again. So in order to deactivate, you just have to select a different source block, or you just have to switch slots. So let's try this out, and then as we run along, you guys will tell that it coils up the metal. You can then walk through, switch slots, and that is how you can now have a secret metal wall inside of your house that nobody can actually get into. Unless they, of course, are a metal bender. But, I mean, how would they know that it's inside of there? And then you just have to left click, and ta-da! It coils. Once again, run, and it shreds it up. Then you just have to switch slots. So now let's try it on the flat surface. I believe it works on these surfaces too. Yes, it does. You could hop down, switch slots, and come back. So basically, if you are if you were an earthbender, you could have a whole entire room made out of iron blocks with all these secret passageways in it, and nobody else could get in them. But you could just walk up to it, hit shift, it opens up, you switch it back behind you, and it is closed off. It's a great way to have secret bases and everything. You could coil back the whole entire wall, take your pick from all of your secret hallways, close it back behind you, and nobody could follow you. Same thing, if you had a secret part of the ceiling or a secret part of the floor, open it up, run along it, it opens up, you drop down, you close it back either above or below you. Super simple. So, I will see you guys in just a bit for sand bending. Like I said, earthbending probably had the most moves. There is earthbending, lava bending, metal bending, and then sand bending. After sand, we only have the earth combos and the special donator only moves. So, cross your fingers that we can get this done pretty quick. Okay guys, and we are back now with sand bending. Now there are only two moves, Sand Spout and Sand Blast, but they are still very important. I will show you guys why. First off, we have Sand Spout. It is just like Air Spout and Water Spout, however, it is Sand Spout. Now this is the laggiest move in the game, so do not use it at all. Well, use it, just be careful, because it can lag you out. Now the fun part of this is that it can only be used on sand or sandstone, and any mobs or players that it hits, it will actually damage them and blind them. So this is very useful if somebody's chasing after you and you just fly up on your sand spout, they get blinded, then you just have to dash away. I would recommend using Catapult, especially because if they are a firebender or a waterbender, then they will actually take fall damage and they can get launched upon your Catapult too. Now next up is Sand Blast. So you just have to shift click a sand bendable block, then you have to left click in your direction. Launches out a big amount of sand. So I will see you guys again just a bit for the donator only moves as well as the earthbending combos. Okay guys, we are back. So to start off, let's do the one and only earth combo. It is called Crevice. So with this one, you right click a earthbendable block with Collapse. Then you will tap shift twice with Shockwave and you create this giant crevice. Now it will close up automatically over time, or you can again shift click with Shockwave and it will close up. Now note, any earthbender can come along with Shockwave and they can close it up. Now Lightning over here is going to test out the getting trapped in it part. You can actually trap somebody inside and make them take suffocation damage and kill them through suffocating. Let's see if that happens to him. Yes, it did. Let's go ahead and let's pick up all this. I would hate for his stuff to go to waste. Just kidding, I will give it back here in just a bit. Mainly because we need him for a testing thing here in a bit. So, first donator only move is called Earth Smash. Now this is actually a really fun move. So you just hold down shift on earth bendable block until all these particles appear. And you release, and this big old blob of earth appears. Now, in order to select it, you tap shift, or you actually hold shift, then you can move it around to block things, or you can left click to release it and actually damage an enemy. Now next, you can actually do another fun thing. So let's again summon one up. Now, you hold down shift and you tap right click, and you are suddenly riding it. Now, as soon as you release shift, it will actually fall back down. Let's try again with it, where we can actually see this part now. So, you select it with shift, tap right click, and now you're flying on Earth. It only lasts for a short time. However, this can be extremely useful if, say, somebody's about to attack you, so you want to block their incoming attacks, or there's a group of them and you want to shoot at all of them, or say you just want to run because you are not in the mood to fight at the time. Again, it's useful. Use right click and you can fly away a bit. Now next we have extraction. This is extremely useful. So you take ore blocks such as iron or gold that you need to smelt normally. Now you just simply tap shift and it'll make iron ingots pop out. So watch, we already had 18, so now we have 19, 21, 23, 24. So we got 6 iron ingots out of 4 iron ore. There's a chance for you to get 2, sometimes even 3 ingots instead of 1 if you use extraction. Just turns the block into normal stone. Now lastly we have metal clips. So where in the world did lightning go? That is my question. There he is. Okay, so with this one, you just start left clicking and you'll actually throw ingots at them. Now, this is the fun part. So, after you give them full iron armor with your ingots that are very temporary and do not actually work, you can then control them. You then control them. It's basically like bloodbending, only you are using it because of the iron on them. So, you just left click to throw the iron ingots at them, then you tap shift, and it's like you're suddenly bloodbending them. Isn't that fun? And there come back my ingots. Now, the sad part of this is, you can't really launch them like you can bloodbending. However, and as you guys saw, he kind of lagged out, and he is back. So, let's try that again. So, we throw metal clips at him to give him some full armor. We can pick him up, and then we can drop him back down. Now, as you guys saw, that right there is the passive of the Earthbender. Now, again, if you just release left click, oh, that is really weird. It's like glitching out. Okay, well, he still has full iron armor anyway. Let's see if that'll release out. Okay, and it did. Now, that is the extent of Earthbending. If you guys have any more questions about any of the elements, whether it's water, earth, fire, air, just comment on any of the videos. I have been planning now to do after Chi a kind of recap video of anything that I did not do clear enough in the first place, or anything you just have a question about that I can answer. I'm just going to do a giant video that has all the different elements in it to finish it off. Once again, don't forget to like or subscribe. Share this video with your friends if they're having trouble bending. Just give them my channel so that they can look at the other elements as well. I will see you guys next time.